Hello, this is a video message for our Andersen families so that you can understand that the school is at your side. A school is an integral part of our reality and therefore you know that we are here with you. Our educational choices for distance learning are based as educators on the children's health and well-being, especially in this serious unexpected situation. We have thought about the children's educational and emotional well-being, which is being strongly tested. We consider the fundamental right of a child to be considered as a child. That means accepted with their real expectations and deep vulnerabilities, their immense potential and sensitivity. We are working for the children in everything we do in this unexpected and challenging situation. Our team of dedicated professionals have created a distance learning programme for our students, which prioritises the quality and accessibility of materials and resources that we provide for our students. We believe in the importance of quality over quantity. The number of lessons that we have provided takes into account the children's attention span, which means the ability to digest and keep the focus of the cognitive activity on specific stimuli. The younger the child is, the less the attention span can last, and with it the ability to learn. Adding lessons would mean making learning more difficult for children who have different styles of learning, as well as affecting the attention skills of all children and those who are also more capable. Online lessons and lessons in class are not comparable in the sense of when a teacher is in the class. Speaking as a teacher, I know that in the classroom you are able to understand exactly what the responses, whether verbal or non-verbal, from the children mean. A teacher will adapt their tone, approach with the children, and this is very difficult to do through a screen. Our focus for the online lessons is that we are following our didactic programme. We are in line with what we usually would be teaching, as in introducing new topics and moving forward with the programme. But this is not the only reason. It is also for a moment of being together to support the children's emotional well-being. The didactic materials, which can be used offline, allow the children to work on activities where they can also be writing manually. It is important to keep up the skills of reading and writing manually for our neuronal levels. Writing with pen and paper activates more neurons than using the keyboard, which is important in a learning process. Also, creative activities of using your hands to draw and make a variety of things. Children have an amazing potential as their brains are flexible at the younger ages. Skills such as speaking in English are able to be, with revision, brought back to their previous levels. If you think about the skill of riding a bicycle, you may have a period where you don't use it as much as you used to, but once you get back in the saddle, you still have that skill and you haven't lost it. We know that the panorama of the schools in the reality of Milan are many, and the offers are different. We do not want to compare with the other international schools because we are proud of our choices that are the fruit of pedagogical studies. Our choices for our distance learning programme also take into account the suitability for the children's different age ranges. The ludic approach is fundamental in this, as described in the informative document we sent to parents. In our pre-primary classes, we have provided different educational materials and videos so that the children have various activities in line with the programme. These activities have been designed to allow children to develop numerous skills which are a fundamental part of our early years programme, for example, fine motor skills. The materials sent by the teachers also aim to promote and develop positive characteristics of effective learning, such as curiosity and experimentation. We understand that in order for our young learners to develop their language and vocabulary skills, they need frequent and repeated opportunities to listen to familiar language through songs and stories. For this reason, the teachers have been sending short videos which the children can watch in their own time and which they can come back time and time again. We believe that this is more beneficial for small children than a live online forum, where parents could feel it would be necessary to force their child to sit in front of the screen when the young child may not want to, and the child may experience sensory overstimulation. During this stressful time, it is important for families to be able to create a routine for their children that suits the needs of their family. We have supported the families of our young students by providing them with resources and materials that they can adapt to best fit the routine that they have created and which works best for them. We strongly believe that screen time for young children should be meaningful and minimal. Our primary aim is to provide parents with support and guidance on continuing to promote their children as they learn. And as we know, young children learn best through play, experiences and exploration. Not only does increased screen time fail to provide young children with the experiences that they need to develop key skills, it is actually counterproductive to their development. Our distance learning programme for this age group is an extension of our in-school programme. That is to say, with a focus on opportunities for learning through games and activities as opposed to passive screen time. For our primary school, we have included a range of quality resources in line with our programme, and depending again on the age, they will have appropriate features. All classes have PowerPoints where children can hear the voice of the teacher, have the visual text, and be able to work on the activity moving forward at their own individual pace, or revisiting slides or parts of the PowerPoint to listen again whenever they need to. These resources allow the children to work at a time that best suits them and their families. For the upper primary school children, we have created a timetable which is balanced in order for the children to have lessons in core subjects where the teacher gives an input to explain key concepts and develops these with the children and gives feedback on the children's independent work. The whole timetable was thought out very carefully so that lessons could be organised effectively and efficiently, with an appropriate time for and number of lessons, thinking about the children's attention span, focusing on the programme and key objectives which can be transferable between subjects and organisation of the staff, so that teachers would have enough time to teach, plan and prepare in year groups to ensure consistency, correct the children's work and give feedback via email to parents or children's emails in the older classes. All of our staff are involved in the organisation and the timetable in different ways, whether this is the teachers carrying out lessons and individual Google Meets, support staff and specialist teachers carrying out lessons, doing Google Meets and individually meeting children to help them. Children in the younger classes in the primary school are also invited to participate in talk times in small groups. This is distinct from online lessons, as the purpose is to promote a sense of community by allowing children to see and talk to their friends and teachers. In these sessions, the teachers read stories, play games, and encourage the children to speak about their ideas, feelings, and experiences. Older children in the upper primary have lessons of science, art, and drama to develop their inquiry and creative skills, and this includes homework tasks to consolidate their learning from the lessons. We encourage all children to keep up reading activities in their family. This can also be as a family activity to feel united at this time, supporting the children's well-being. Families can read a book or text together in the family's home language to help develop literacy skills, which the children can apply when learning English. Telling family stories to your children enhances the student's self-esteem and identity. Every family has stories that they can share with their children of present and past adventures, about resilience and perseverance. You can even write them down together. Older children can write a story or non-fiction text, or younger children can do drawings with captions. Also, children can write a diary of what they are experiencing and feeling due to this unprecedented time. Even writing together to share what you are all going through, also in your home language. Reading and writing activities in the children's mother tongue help to develop the children's literacy skills to be transferable into English. In our middle school and high school, the students are older and more independent and have been supported by our teachers to get used to this new way of online learning and sending in their homework. The teachers have been monitoring the students' activities in class and receiving their homework, especially Year 9. We have been working hard as a team of staff and parents to help keep a track of the students' work as they are older and therefore independent, so it is sometimes hard for parents to understand how their children are really doing. We have tried to balance all the different subjects they are studying, as well as making sure that they have a balance of lessons and homework and motivating them to always be following the programme. We appreciate that this is a difficult age, and working together and communicating regularly, we can ensure that the children are making progress. The children now in the primary, middle school and high school are getting into a rhythm of their timetables and have adapted to the structure and organisation of their online lessons. It is important that these timetables remain in this format so that the children have stability moving forward. Our aim is to have this stability with these set timetables as we continue to ensure that we are not changing for the students every week. In terms of the programme that our students are following, we would like to reassure parents the children are in line with the programme and we are following the planning that we would have followed in a normal situation. The school and families have had to adapt to this new, unexpected situation. I realise, parents, you are worried, stressed, and trying to do a million things at the same time. But be reassured that we are working day and night for the children. We understand that you are having to motivate the children in a home environment which children may not connect to being at school. Therefore, we have outlined different points about schedules, creating a functional learning environment, considering the children's autonomy and use of technology in our informative documents that we sent to parents. If you are finding it hard to motivate your child, we are here to give you support. So you can get in touch with your child's teachers so that they can advise you and help to speak to your child as well. We offer the service of the sportello psicologico to our parents from the primary and middle school to give you guidance at this time. As previously described, adding lessons, particularly in the primary school, isn't a motivational tool. The children's well-being and health in this extraordinary moment is a fundamental part of our consideration of the timetable. We pride ourselves on the quality of our didactic programme and the teachers' work and how we carefully plan to face this challenging situation. We must also focus, as previously described, in the reading and writing activities on the children developing skills of resilience, creativity and the capability of facing changes in a constructive way. This is true of every one of us in this situation. Teachers are working incredibly hard to produce the best resources in line with the programme from a distance in their various situations themselves. The key is for us to work together as a team, school and families. Teachers are able to give feedback via email about any concerns that you have about your child and their learning. We will also be arranging in the future for parent-teacher meetings via Google Meet so that you can have a direct feedback from any further information. We are working hard to plan for when we come back to ensure that we are following all of the safety rules, planning a revision of key objectives as we do every year, and thinking of different projects to develop our children's social and emotional relationships. We are planning for the classes to stay with the same formation of children as they are now, so that the children have fixed points of reference with their classmates when we return. We are doing this as the children's well-being is the priority in all areas of the school's organisation. Trusting that you have appreciated this intervention, We always remain at your disposal, and we hope to see you soon at school.